Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we're going to be doing art around the house. And for this lesson we're going to use simple aluminum foil and we're going to make some fun figures. You can see here I have some people in the background. Some are kind of running. You can have them playing sports. And I also have a little lion here as well. So you can do this as a person or you can even make it into an animal. Use your imagination and have fun. I'm going to show you step by step how to make a basic body figure. And that body can be changed either from a human or into an animal. To start your design, if you draw out this first on copy paper, it'll help you and then you'll be able to transfer it onto your foil. So this is a piece of copy paper here, and what you're going to do is if you find, I'd fold the copy paper in half and then fold it in half again. And this is just a scrap piece of copy paper. Then what I'm going to do is you want to have in the center here, you're going to find the middle from, this is my dead center here. You're going to go from the middle and the middle on this side and come out. Okay, this is the arm area. Then from here, you need the head area. So you're going to make a line on each side of the head in the center, right here. So I have it divided into 3 equal spaces. Then you're going to find the line down at the bottom, right on the fold, and come down. So let me show you what this forms. This will form the head. This area will be the arm. And this area will come together to form the leg. Same thing here. And this will be the arm. Okay? So once you have the overall idea of where everything and what everything is, then you can go ahead and cut your foil. Now you have your pattern, so you have an idea of where it's going on your foil. So you're going to do the same thing. I would find the center of my foil, put a mark, then I'm going to leave a space and I'm going to go to the right, straight across, leave a space, go to the left, straight across. So this would become the center line. Then I'm going to skip a space, put a dot, and I'm going to draw down to the very bottom of my foil. So now I have my leg section. Then this will be the arm section and then the head section. I've got to divide this into thirds. So I find the center, which is right here. I'm just going to do a dotted line so you see that it's the center of my foil. And I'm going to skip over, find the edges. And then I'm going to go into the center. So from the dotted line to the edge, find the middle. Same on this side. Then I'm coming in just a little bit. Put a line and a line. And then I'm going to extend it to the top of the foil and come down a bit. So now I know this will be my head, okay? So once you have everything set, head, arms, legs, now cut your foil. And this is roughly 12 by 12. That's the piece I cut out. And it can be adjusted. For the first one, if you do it small, that's fine, and then you can play with the idea and adjust as you need to. So I'm cutting on my lines. And then I assemble it so that it's facing up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just start kind of squishing and rolling, and you want to really be careful. So this is going to be, I'm not doing it really tight first. I'm keeping it very loose because this is easy to rip. So there's an arm. So I'm bringing the arm in and I'm just kind of squishing it. I want it to be long and slender like an arm. And then the leg, I'm going to bring down. You want to keep the length. Just bringing it in slowly. Now the body's too fat, so we're going to slowly just kind of squish this in. I'm going to get the head too. Bringing it together. Again, do it carefully and slowly because what's going to happen is you may rip the aluminum foil. So I'm bringing this together. And it may take you a few practices. So now I have somewhat, you can see, of a body shape here. Don't squish it real tight right away. Now I'm going to get the head and I'm going to fold this down and in, right in here. Now don't squish it real hard because you'll end up with a really tiny head. Where you want it thinner, you squish it more. For example, the neck, I'm kind of just bringing it around like a necklace tight. So I have a thicker head. And you can do the same for the body areas. Now you can slowly get thinner. Just kind of squishing. It's almost like you're forming and shaping with clay. And as you press, you're getting thinner. Okay. Now, the arms should be tapered thicker here and get them skinnier as they reach the tip. So then you have an arm. So you can find the halfway point or a little bit more, less than halfway because you need to leave room for the hand, and then you can bend it any way you want to. And then the hand bends down. Okay, and then you can move this any way you want to. Same thing with this side. Keep it thicker near the shoulder and just get it skinnier. So we're tapering, going from thick, just pressing a little bit more, to skinny. Now, you may have to practice this a few times. You might want to practice it first on some scrap foil. Maybe you made cookies and have foil left over from cookies. Find your halfway point from here to here, and then I bring it in a little bit more for bending, for the elbow, and then bring it down for the hand. And you can pose this, have it do whatever you want to. It's fun when it's an interesting pose. You can have it play a sport. You want to play basketball? Well, then you take another piece of aluminum foil to make the ball. Now we're going to do the legs the same way. I'm going to squish in a little bit, and then as we reach down here, we're pressing a little bit harder because we want it thicker at the top here, and then slowly getting thinner. So I work it slow first, and then press it gently. Gentle pressing, and then the calf, here we have the thigh, the knee, and then very middle, and your calves are a little bit skinnier. And then where it reaches the foot, oh, I can actually see a foot forming right there. You've got a heel, bend it down, and you got a foot. Look at that. The foot's almost as long as your digit right here. And we can do the same on this side. Keep it thicker at the top here, the thigh, your knee where it's halfway. See my big foot right here? The knee where it's halfway, it starts tapering skinnier. And then you got your foot. Just like so. And of course, just like we did the arm, find the halfway point where your knee would be. You can give a little bend. And you can position him. You don't want him straight and stiff. The ankle's here. Here's your hip bone. Find a halfway. I have to use two fingers like that to bend. And you can position him doing anything you want, him or her. And I had mine, what I did was I glued mine, hot glued it, onto a piece of cardboard, and then I made the lion and I made another figure, so they were interacting. They were like ballet dancers, and the male ballet dancer was lifting up the female. And you can adjust this. And there you have it. Right there. So that's how you make a simple person. To adjust the animal, this would be the same thing as an animal. Let's refold this a little bit. Just bend it. Okay. Here's a man crawling on all fours. So with the animal, if you want it shorter, just attach the leg like this. Okay, you've got a shorter dog. Or you can leave the legs long. That's up to you. That's kind of long, though, for an animal. Yeah. Right here. You've got your animal. I made it shorter. You can even wrap it around. Wrap it around this way. There you go. You got shorter legs for a dog. I kind of like that wrap around. Let's try that again. Here's the man, longer legs. What I did was I just took the leg and wrapped it around, and take this leg and wrap it around for the back legs. So now you have, I just turned my man into a dog. And what I did with the lion is I adjusted and added, I'm just fixing the feet a little bit here. You can add other pieces of aluminum foil, small strips, and I'll show you how I did my lion. I did a fan type design around the head, and then I added thickness, a new piece in the middle here, and then for the tail, I attached a piece that was long, and then I left the end of the tail thicker, where it has longer hair. And I'll show you what that looks like. So have fun creating your sculpture. And then when you take a picture of it to send it to me, if you're in my class, you want to pose it so that it's the most interesting. So you might want to move it around. If you see how I'm moving it around right now, you want to find the most interesting view and send me that. I kind of like this view here for the lion. And of course, you can add whatever you have at home. If you want to add, you know, feathers, if you want to add little bits of colored paper from a magazine, you want to take a picture on a background, you know, you find a picture in a book or something, you can do a character from a book out of a foil. Look how cute that tail is. I just adjusted it a little bit and it makes it much more interesting. So have fun creating your aluminum foil sculpture.